gang. Happy Saturday. I hope everyone had a good day. I had a great day. Great day. It was sunny. It was beautiful. I was with my mother. I spent some time over there. I'm doing some paperwork with her, getting some things underway. So we spent a little bit of time together, which was lovely. And I came home and I did a bunch of cleaning in the house and I did dishes and I'm wearing my apron. And this has been a reoccurring theme this week. I was talking to Stanton on FaceTime and he said to me, "Why are you wearing your apron? Are you baking?" I said, "No, I'm doing my dishes." And he's like, "You wear your apron when you do your dishes?" I'm like, "Sure, I wear my apron when I do my dishes. Why wouldn't I?" He laughed and said, "That's crazy, blah, blah, blah." Anyways, on to the next page. Day goes by, next day goes by. I'm now on the phone on the FaceTime with Marla, and verbatim, same question. "Why are you wearing an apron?" she says. "Are you baking?" I said, "No, I'm not baking. I'm washing my dishes." She says, just like Stanton, "You wear an apron when you wash your dishes?" I said, "Yeah, what's the big deal? The aprons hang in the pantry way. Why should I splash all over myself when I can easily put on an apron?" So I just finished cleaning up the kitchen. I made a lovely dinner, and I thought I would sit down and just have a chat with you. Some exciting things happened today. We put the first 5 episodes up on Spotify, and they should also be up on Apple Music, I guess, in the next couple of days. That process is a little bit slower, but they're on Spotify, and I also will I'll loop them into the YouTube channel. So if you can't get to Spotify to hear them, you can hear the balance of my conversation with Jonathan and a couple of episodes with my dear friend David. Other than that, I had all is good. I realized on the calendar today, I did a count that in 50 days, it is daylight savings time. So I'm excited that those 50 days will fly by, like most time does. And by then it's garden season, pool getting ready to be opened, and we can be outside because I do think that I for sure will be in the last tier of the vaccinations. So I certainly have been very cautious and will continue to be cautious. So the warm weather allows us to be more social, be outside social. So I'm certainly looking forward to that. Also, the whole counting of days, I was reflecting. When I was a kid, my spring break was always spent in Georgia, where my cousins lived. My mother's oldest sister, my Aunt Agnes, also known as Bettina, who right now has been battling some first COVID and some other issues in the hospital, but thankfully is on the mend, which is very wonderful news because she is definitely, in many ways, a second mother to myself and many. But she and my Uncle Dave left Jamestown, where I grew up when I was a child, and they moved first to Florida and then to Macon, Georgia, and then to Atlanta, Georgia. And so I would spend my spring breaks down there with my cousins, Becky and Anita, with Hag and my Uncle Dave, and I would always go with my Grandma Mary. So I can remember, this time of year when you're in school and you're counting down the January going back from Christmas to spring break, and it seemed like 50 days was 9,000 days, and now 50 days passes like a day and a half. It's crazy how time moves. And when you're young and your parents or your elders or your older cousins or people would say to you, "It flies, time will fly, believe me, it'll fly." I believe you, it certainly does. So I was thinking about those spring breaks that I would long for to go to my cousins. So I've talked to my cousin Becky pretty regularly, obviously, while Bettina has been in the hospital. So it's been lovely to be kind of in a daily rhythm with her. Another funny thing that's happening is years ago, when I lived on Fairmount Avenue, which was my first real homestead that I created for myself. Fairmount was a special place and holds a special place in my life, and many magnificent memories were built there, and a friendship with my really dearest friend in the world, Molly Jean, that just was peppered with so much hilarity and craziness through the years. But one particular situation occurred that I was working the rug showroom, and I was working the rug sales, the warehouse sales on the weekends, and I was cleaning out Fairmount, and I wanted to just sell a bunch of shit. So I kind of roped Molly and my friend Jen Moorhead into running my sidewalk sale. And so it's been this standing joke all these years later that, here I set up a sale and then bolt and let Molly and Jen kind of take the reins. So today Molly has been selling some pieces of furniture out of her garage. And so she's been texting me the blow-by-blows of this experience. And it just brought me right back to 2313 and that very hilarious sidewalk sale. So Molly, I'm glad you've been successful today at that, and I hope you too got a chuckle thinking back. That's really all I have to report. I'm happy to say that we're getting there. It's just I'm doing my best to just keep pushing forward. This is a tough time of year for me. And I really am staying, I think, ahead of the curve, or I hope to think that I'm ahead of the curve. And we've been really fortunate with the weather so far. It's been very, very sunny, which, of course, is really important for me. When there's no sunshine, I really am shook up. So that's all I have to report for now. Thank you always for listening. Tune in to Spotify. If you look for Chuck Soldano on Spotify, it'll link you to This Is Chuck. Those episodes, I'm assuming, are fairly immediate, so you can, check them out. Please check them out. And remember to continue to visit the This Is Chuck page on YouTube, where you will see the majority of these vlogs, and ultimately I will get back to the studio and we'll do some arts and crafts together, or do some creative stuff together. I just haven't had the time to really get down there and dig back into that, but I certainly will, and look forward to doing that, and looking forward to sharing some of those things with you. So have a lovely balance of the weekend, and we'll talk soon. Thanks.